Hi everyone. So is this Jim Beam Winter Reserve really anything different or better than this Jim Beam Black? Or is it really basically the same liquid just put in the same bottle with a different label? We're going to find out. We're going to do a blind of both of these. We have glasses all mixed up. Just to recap, this Winter Reserve is a limited special release. It is 6-year age statement. It is 86 proof like the original Jim Beam Black was, 86 proof. And probably around 6.5 years. 6 years, 86 proof. What makes this different is supposedly it is finished per the label. It is finished in new toasted white oak barrels, so there's finishing going on. Jim Beam 7 year is obviously a 7-year age statement, 90 proof. The Jim Beam Black prior to that used to be 86 proof, but bottles look pretty much the same. So this has some finishing, this doesn't. But basically, you know, when I had this, I thought it was okay. I did have some subtle notes of the cinnamon in there, but I want to kind of put them head to head to see, is this basically just really just good marketing, just another way to have another reserve, it's basically the same thing, charge a few more dollars for it, or is there really something noticeable that I would pick up on a blind? Let's actually do this right now in glasses, and we'll see what we think. Okay, so we have these poured up in glasses, mixed up, have no idea which is which, trying to see the color. Don't really detect anything, and I don't want to look at the bottom of the glasses. We'll look at the color one after I do the blind. Let me just give each a nose. I'm going to separate the palette with water. Okay. What I'm trying to pick up is to see, obviously, which I prefer, but supposedly the Winter Reserve has these notes of what they call vanilla, clove, and cinnamon from the finishing process in the new toasted oak barrel. Okay, it's very subtle, the difference, and it really isn't much. Possibly this one, I think with I'll be much better detecting on the palate. Hopefully. Cheers. Okay, cheers. It's very, very close. Let me try this again. You know what? I didn't. Gotta use the water. On something like this that's this close, I think it helps. Cheers. Wow. This is very close. Cheers. This is a crapshoot. I'm going to say that this is the Winter Reserve. This is the 7. Let's see if this is the Winter Reserve. It is. Okay. I mean, I would say ever so slightly. Honestly, with 86 proof and 90 proof, the difference is so minuscule. The taste is so slightly different. The taste is thin. Ever so slightly was just the ever slight difference in the palate. In the Winter Reserve, this is one of those, as I've said with other blinds, if I did it 10 times, I'd probably get different results. This one is probably only going to be around, at least at this point, it's only going to be around seasonally. I don't think this is going to be, as of now, it's not a regular staple in their lineup, not a regular one. This one is replacing the black. Price point wise, this one I think was around 30. It's probably a couple of dollars less, I think. But this has an extra year age. I mean, at this point, you see this one, give it a shot, and maybe it has some subtle notes of those that you're going to pick up. The difference really isn't that much, honestly. If you like the low, the bottom shelf Jim Beam line, I mean, these are not that different. I think it's kind of cool with the extra little finishing here that goes on. It's not much of a difference in price. This was ever so slightly better. When I mean ever so, I mean like just razor thin. These are not. I mean, if you're going to go in the Jim Beam line, the small batch collection is much better. I am going to quickly do one thing. I am just going to stop this. What I'd like to do is I like to put these two against each other. I'm just going to do them actually in a without blind, but I'm going to pour them both up right now because they're both finished, both Jim Beam products. This one I think is slightly higher end. It's got a whole blending process. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so now we have the Legent, and now we have the ever so slight winner of the blind, the Jim Beam Winter Reserve. I wanted to see the two finished bourbons. This is popping out of the glass wine. This is 94 proof, so this is going to have a little more oomph, and this is the 86 proof. There's more nose coming out of this. Let's taste this one, the Legend. Cheers. And this. So you have a little more from here. What you have here is the on the Legend, you have the finishing, which does come through from the wine and the sherry casks. And this is toasted oak, a second toasted oak barrel with cinnamon and cloves. So it's two different finishes. This is $30. This is like mid-30s. This has a cork. This doesn't. So similar. The Legend's probably a drop better here. So we're all talking basically a few dollars difference between all of these. This may be, when you look on their website, the Jim Beam, these Jim Beams are on one level. This may be considered just ever so slightly higher, but not at the level of the small batch collection. So that's pretty much it. I think this is kind of cool. You know, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, something, I think this is really good for a beginning a beginning bourbon drinker with a low proof. And it may be an interesting thing for the holidays to have this around for beginning bourbon drinkers. This one's not bad either. These are not my favorite bourbons on my shelf. I thought this would be like a good comparison. So, you know, you have this, and then, of course, this. This may be the best of the three. The differences are not, you know, super dramatic. But I think of these three, I would take this. Of these two, this one just edged it out just ever so much. Cheers. Take care. Thanks for watching.